What's up guys, Cosmic Contender here for another video. Today we're going to be going over nav region 2Ds as well as the nav agent node. And as you see, they have different paths that they're going to, and they try to also avoid each other so they don't collide with each other. So we'll see it right here. This one kind of ducked down a little bit. This one's pushing outside of its path a little bit. It's readjusting its path, and then boom, it goes to its path. So that's what the purpose of the nav 2D. They try to avoid each other as the nav agents, and we're going to learn how to get into this. All right, as always, we're going to create a 2D node. We're just going to call that world. All right, so we want to add a navigation node, 2D region, and we want to add our points to our region. So we'll start here in the left corner, and we'll go around the bits of the screen. It didn't add to that corner, so we need to go to add it there and go back there. So now we've connected it, let's bake it, and now we have our navigation region. So that's our first part. So we'll save our world scene, and then we'll go ahead and create a new scene, and we'll just use the character body 2D, okay? And it will have a nav agent, let's see if we can finish, navigation agent 2D. So the navigation agent 2D, as well as a sprite 2D, and a collision shape 2D. Okay, we're going to use the Godot icon for our character. Let's go and name this node. I'll just say agent, save it, save. All right, and then we want to go into our navigation agent, and we want to look into our inspector, and we want to first check avoidance enabled, save that, as well as we want to adjust the debugging. I'm going to hit enable there. Then let's mess with the sprite a little bit so it's not as big. So I'm going to go actually just the transform, we'll make it like 0.7 maybe. Okay, and I'll add a collision shape, make it a square, and we'll make it fit within that box. Save that. All right, now let's add a script to our agent. Save that. All right, to begin, we want a couple things. We want to have an onReady var of nav agent is equal to $sign navigation agent 2D. Save that. Then we want to have a constant speed variable, and I'll just do 300 for now. And then we want to do our on ready, go ready, and we want to do navigation agent dot navigation finish dot connect. And we don't have this function yet, but it is called, I'm going to name it on nav finish. Sorry, I'm referencing some code here. So on nav finish, as well as navigation agent dot velocity computed dot connect, and it'll be called on navigation agent 2D velocity computed. All right, so the signals basically readjust our velocity so when they are going to be running into each other, so it's trying to avoid each other. And then we'll also have a function called make path, which we don't have yet. So make path underscore path, and I'll save that. And let's go get these functions in our code. Func underscore nav finished, and we will just do pass, and then func, and then I'll highlight this, copy it, and paste underscore, and then we need to, I'm just going to take pass on this one as well. Let's look at our code. All right, so this function actually takes what's called safe velocity. So it's a built-in signal, and we want our velocity to equal to velocity.move toward safe velocity, and then this number is kind of arbitrary, but you can just put it 100. I think you might be able to put delta in there if you have it passed. I'm not quite sure, but this is how I got this working. So, and then on our navigation, oh, and then we want to call move and slide in this function. Save that there, and then we need to create our make path function. So func make path. It takes a position, which is a vector 2, and then we're just going to set it to a random, we want to take our navigation agent, nav agent is equal to target position, and then the position we passed in. Save that, so we got that function, and then lastly, we want to do make path. That's a vector 2, and then we're just going to do a random part of the screen, so it's ran f underscore range, and we want to do 0 underscore get viewport.rect.size.x, and then the other one will be also a rand float, so right underscore range, and that's from 0 to get viewport rect.size.y. Okay, so this gets it from the length of the screen, and we actually will copy and paste this code. So we probably could reuse this code inside of the make path function, but if you want in the future to use this code, you're going to want it to pass in a point. And so let's say you're trying to find the player's position, or you're trying to find some position on the screen, you would pass the vector for that, and then it would calculate the path to get there. All right, let's see, how far are we? Oh, and then we need to do the physics process part of this. So func underscore physics process, and we want to do var next path position is equal to nav agent dot get next position, and then var direction is equal to global position dot direction to next position, and then var new velocity velocity is equal to direction times speed, and then if you really want to, you can do times delta. It's to make this a little slower. And then nav agent dot velocity is equal to new velocity. So now you don't need necessarily, you could use the velocity on the character body, but since we're using the nav agent avoidance, we need this. Okay, so now let's go back to our world, and under our navigation region, we want to add a bunch of agents to our scene. Okay, so let's drag them in, go to our 2D node. We can drag them in, drag them in, drag them in. So these are a little bit bigger than the example I showed you. Let's run this scene and see if this works. All right, so since we're times it by delta, we need to make our speed a lot faster so we can actually see these people moving. So let's just do it by speed. All right, there we go. So now they're a lot faster. See if they try to avoid each other. Let's add a couple more just so we don't have to wait for this. duplicate them, go here, move them around. All right, let's see how well they avoid each other. So they're pretty big, so the avoidance isn't gonna work as well. So what we want to do to be able to enable the avoidance to work better, since we made them bigger, let's go to our nav agent, and we want to increase this radius. So instead of 10 pixels, let's try 100. As you see, they're already trying to avoid each other. It might be a little bit too aggressive on the avoidance. But this is a number that you can play around with and try to decide how far we need to figure out to avoid each other. And the smaller they are, the easier it is to kind of mess with that number. As you see, like this one down here isn't even connected to its path because it's avoiding this big one right here. And you'll see it probably come up shortly. There you go, it's coming up for error. This one's totally avoiding this other one. So yeah, so we can probably start to see if we can fine tune it just a little bit more. Instead of 100, let's go to 30, see if that's good or not. It looks a little bit better. They're colliding though, but at least they're still trying to avoid each other. So this is just a number that we like to adjust. If you have any more questions on how to utilize the nav region and the navigation agent, please let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. I really appreciate everyone that does send a comment in. And I am looking forward to using this in my ArcGIS tutorial that'll be coming up shortly in the future. Thank you so much.